Welcome to English Podcast Academy. Hi, I'm Daria, and it's really nice to have you here. Today's question might sound simple at first, but if you really think about it, it reveals something kind of personal, something about your habits, your mindset, and even your peace of mind. Here's the question. What's the last thing you do before going to sleep? We asked 10 different people from different backgrounds and routines, and as always, their answers were full of personality. Some were funny, some were peaceful, some were just unexpected in the best way. You might even hear something that reminds you of yourself, or something that makes you think, hey, maybe I should try that. But before we jump in, take a second to think about your answer too. Because when this video ends, we're turning the question to you. We want to hear your routine, your last moment before sleep. Ready? Let's get started.
The last thing I do before bed, I check the weather for the next day. I know, it probably doesn't sound very exciting, but for me, it's like a tiny act of self-care. Some people light candles or drink tea. Me? I open my weather app. I scroll through the hourly forecast like it's a bedtime story. Because here's the thing, if I don't check it, I wake up feeling out of sync. I stand in front of my closet just confused. Is it coat weather? Can I wear sneakers? Do I need an umbrella? And somehow, starting the day with that kind of stress just throws everything off. So, checking the weather at night? It gives me this small sense of control. Like, no matter what happens tomorrow, at least I know what shoes to wear. It sounds silly, but honestly, it calms my mind. It's a moment where I tell myself, okay, tomorrow's going to be okay. You're ready. Then I put my phone down, pull up the blanket, and sleep just a little easier. It's a habit I didn't plan, but now I can't fall asleep without it.
Right before I go to sleep, I set my alarm and then scroll through TikTok for like 20 minutes. Okay, let's be real. It's never just 20 minutes, even though I always say it will be. I tap the app thinking, just one video, but then suddenly I'm deep into a rabbit hole of funny cats, emotional edits, cooking hacks I'll never try, and somehow one guy reviewing pens. It makes no sense, but it's perfect. It's kind of my guilty pleasure. It doesn't matter how busy or stressful the day was, those few minutes of just nothing serious help me disconnect. Some people meditate. I scroll. It's my version of winding down. Sometimes I laugh out loud in the dark. Sometimes I find a video that feels like it understands me better than my best friend. And yeah, sometimes I learn something random and useful, like how to fold a fitted sheet, even though I'll still mess it up. Eventually, my eyes get heavy, and I know it's time. I close the app, put my phone on the nightstand, and crash. TikTok lullabies, I guess. Not the healthiest routine, but it works for me.
Honestly, I always check my manifestation board on Pinterest. I know, it might sound a little extra to some people, but for me, it's powerful. Right before bed, when the world finally quiets down, I open Pinterest and go straight to that one board. It's filled with the future I'm building, pictures of places I want to visit, dream jobs, peaceful homes, quotes that make me feel strong. It's like a visual diary, but instead of what I've lived, it's what I will live. I just scroll through slowly, sometimes for 2 minutes, sometimes for 10. A photo of a city skyline makes me think about new adventures. A cozy reading nook reminds me of the kind of life I want, calm, creative, mine. There's something about seeing your dreams in pictures that makes them feel more real. It's like telling my brain, hey, this is where we're going, stay focused. I don't always feel 100% motivated or confident, but this small habit helps. It resets my mind. Even on bad days, it's a reminder that my goals are still there, waiting. Then I take a deep breath, turn off the lights, and sleep like a baby, knowing I've ended the day with intention.
Before I sleep, I play one round of chess on my phone. Just one. That's the rule I made for myself. No endless scrolling, no jumping between apps, just one quiet match. It's become a strange little ritual that helps me close the day. I'm not a grandmaster or anything, but there's something about the strategy, the focus, the rhythm of the game. It pulls me out of the chaos in my head. Sometimes the match is easy. I win quickly, and it feels like a small victory before bed. Other times it gets intense. I'm suddenly trying to save my queen at midnight and whispering, "Don't mess this up now." But either way, that 5 or 10 minutes of mental play clears my mind. It's like sweeping up all the messy thoughts and putting them in order, square by square. It might not be your typical bedtime habit. Most people listen to music or meditate. But for me, chess is the meditation. It gives my brain something to chew on, something calm but challenging. And once the match is over, I turn off the screen, set my phone down, and let go. Win or lose, I sleep better knowing I finished the day with intention, not distraction.
The very last thing I do before going to sleep is set my alarm, without fail. It might seem like such a small, everyday habit, but for me, it's more than just about waking up on time. It's like a quiet promise I make to myself every night. You've done enough today, and tomorrow has a plan. That single tap on my phone, setting the time for the morning, gives me a sense of order. A tiny bit of control in a world that often feels unpredictable. Once that's done, I usually lie there in the dark for a while, not asleep, not fully awake, just thinking. I go over little details from my day, something someone said, a task I forgot to do, a funny moment that made me smile. And then my mind starts drifting into tomorrow. What sketch I want to draw, what colors I want to try, what idea has been sitting in the back of my head waiting to come out. My brain doesn't shut off easily. It loves to keep spinning, even when the lights are out. But strangely, I don't fight it anymore. That moment between setting my alarm and falling asleep has become a space just for me. No noise, no pressure, just thoughts floating in and out. And eventually, I let go. The day ends gently, not with a bang, but with a quiet breath. That's my routine. Nothing dramatic, nothing fancy. Just one small habit and a little peace.
The last thing I do before going to sleep is stretch for a few minutes. It started during the pandemic, those long, uncertain nights when everything felt tense, inside and out. I needed something to ground me. So I tried stretching. Just 5 minutes, nothing intense. Neck rolls, shoulder circles, a slow reach toward the ceiling. And to my surprise, it helped. My body felt softer. My breathing slowed. My thoughts quieted down, just enough. Now it's part of my nightly routine, no matter how busy or chaotic the day has been. It's not about fitness or flexibility. It's about release. About letting go of everything I carried through the day. Emails, stress, rushed conversations, worries I didn't even know I had. As I move, I feel it all melt away. Sometimes I play soft instrumental music in the background. Other times, I let the silence do its work. My room is dim, my phone is face down, and it's just me and the stretch. No performance, no expectations, just breathing, moving, slowing down. Honestly, it feels like giving my day a soft landing, a gentle end, not a crash into bed, but a smooth glide into rest. It reminds me that no matter what happened today, I can choose how it ends, and I choose calm every night.
The last thing I do before going to sleep is journal. Nothing fancy, nothing long, just a few quiet lines in a notebook I keep next to my bed. Sometimes I write about what happened during the day. Sometimes it's just a feeling, a word, a moment that stayed with me. And sometimes I don't even use full sentences, just a few thoughts like tired but proud or I handled that better than I thought. It started as a way to stop overthinking. My brain used to race the moment my head hit the pillow. Did I say the wrong thing? Did I forget something important? What if tomorrow goes wrong? But now, when I journal, it's like I'm giving those thoughts somewhere to go. I put them on the page and I leave them there. I also try to write one thing I'm grateful for. It might be something big, like a job interview or good news from a friend, but most days it's something tiny, like the way the light came through the window or how my tea tasted this morning. Gratitude makes everything softer. It reminds me that even hard days have their gentle moments. And when I close the notebook, I feel lighter. Not fixed, not perfect, but ready to rest. It's like putting a period at the end of a sentence, a way to say, that was today, and now it's time to sleep.
The last thing I do before going to sleep is review my goals for the next day. Just 5 minutes. That's all it takes. I sit quietly with my planner, no distractions, no pressure, and I go over what I want tomorrow to look like. Not just tasks, but intentions. What matters? What's worth my focus? I don't try to plan everything down to the minute. I just need a direction, a path to step onto when the morning comes. It's become part of my routine, like brushing my teeth or turning off the lights. I've realized that when I end the day with clarity, my mind doesn't spiral when I hit the pillow. There's no guessing, no anxiety about forgetting something important. It's all there, written down, ready to meet me in the morning. And here's the surprising part. It actually makes waking up easier. I open my eyes already knowing what matters. It's like my future self is waiting with a plan, and all I have to do is follow it. That quiet little moment at night sets the tone for the entire day ahead. It's not just planning, it's peace.
The last thing I do before sleep is set my phone to silent and place it face down. I don't want any pings, buzzes, or flashes pulling me back into the world I've been trying to leave behind all day. That simple gesture, flipping the phone and turning off the noise, feels like drawing a boundary between me and everything else. Work, messages, updates, they can all wait. Then I stretch, nothing big, just enough to release whatever tension the day left in my shoulders or neck. And I take a deep breath. That breath is like a signal to my body. We're done now. No more thinking, no more scrolling, no more lists. And before I close my eyes, I remind myself of something important. Today is done. Whatever happened, good or bad, stressful or exciting, it's over. I don't need to carry it into tomorrow. I tell myself that I did what I could, and now it's time to rest. Tomorrow is a fresh start, and I want to meet it with calm.
The last thing I do before I go to sleep is write down 3 things I'm grateful for. It's a small habit I picked up last year. Nothing fancy, just a notebook beside my bed and a quiet moment to reflect. Sometimes it's something big, like getting good news or finishing a tough project. But most nights, it's the little things. A warm cup of tea, a message from a friend, the way the sky looked at sunset. No matter how stressful or chaotic the day was, this practice shifts my focus. It slows everything down. It reminds me that even in the hardest moments, there's always something good, something soft to hold on to. It doesn't take long. Just 3 things. I write them down, close the notebook, and take a deep breath. And somehow, I fall asleep feeling lighter, calmer, like the day had meaning, even if it wasn't perfect. Gratitude, in just a few lines, makes everything feel a little more okay.
Yes, you've just heard 10 different people share their answers to one simple but personal question. What's the last thing you do before going to sleep? And what made it special is how different each answer was. Some people scroll through their favorite apps. Others stretch, reflect, plan, or just breathe deeply in the dark. There's no right or wrong way, just real people, real routines, and real English in action. Now it's your turn. What about you? What's the very last thing you do before your day ends? Maybe it's something calming. Maybe it's chaotic. Maybe it's something you've never even thought about before. Take a second, think about it, and write it in the comments. We really want to know because sharing is how we all learn and grow together. And hey, if this video helped you learn something new or just made you smile, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and stick around. We've got a whole world of English waiting for you here at English Podcast Academy. See you in the next one. Sleep well.